Welcome to a special episode of The Box People. We just lost, first it was Betty White, and now we've lost Sidney Poitier. And we just want to talk about him a little bit. Sidney Poitier, who just was a tremendous actor. We have lost so many people, like starting on the 31st with Betty White, and just, Sidney Poitier, I mean, everyone knew him who didn't know him. Like, here in America, he has always been a huge deal. And one of the things I wanted to go over, because I just think it's amazing, these are the awards he has won, not awards he was nominated for, what he has won. Okay, Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role for Lilies of the Field in 1964. AFI Life Achievement Award, 1992. NAACP Image Award, Hall of Fame Award, 2001. BAFTA Fellowship Award, 2016. Academy Honorary Award, 2002. Golden Globe Cecil B. DeMille Award, 1982. Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, 1964, Lilies of the Field. Kennedy Center Honors, 1995. Grammy Award for Best Spoken Word Album, 2001, A Measure of a Man. Golden Globe Henrietta Award for World Film, 1969. Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award, 2000. NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Directing, 1976, for Let's Do It Again. BAFTA Award for Best Foreign Actor, The Defiant Ones, 1959. NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actor in The Simple Life of Noah Dearborn in 2000. Coretta Scott King Award for Authors, 1981, for This Life. Like, those are awards. Like that's huge, like to be in all, for so many different things. And I just wanted to bring up, because for the year it was made, this was big time. And that was, like, I'm ashamed to say that in America, there was a long history, we have a long history of racism in this country, and I don't want to get on a tangent about it. But so for this movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner was made in 1967. So for back at that time, just imagine. So here's a little bit of the synopsis of the movie that I'm just going to read. It's very brief. But when Joanna Drayton, played by Catherine Houghton, a free-thinking white woman, and Black Dr. John Prentice, played by Sidney Poitier, become engaged, they travel to San Francisco to meet her parents. Matt Drayton, played by Spencer Tracy, and his wife Christina, played by Katharine Hepburn, are wealthy liberals who must confront the latent racism the coming marriage arouses. Also attending the Drayton's dinner are Prentice's parents, Roy E. Glenn Sr. and B. Richards, who vehemently disapprove of this relationship. Like, just imagine that. Like, for that year, racism, is still something that haunts our country. So for back then, at that time in 1967, for him to take on this role, that's huge. I've seen the movie; it's very moving. Tina, did you want to go into anything about that?
Oh, I agree with you. In that day and age, like, I think he wasn't just an actor; he was a force. He was fearless, and I think that he paved the way for a lot of change. And I think there's something to be said that when you're an actor and you make these choices to do these movies that maybe say, F you to the current climate, it could be a career killer. And I think Sidney Poitier was someone that was like, that's secondary. Like, my message, or the message that needs to be sent, that he felt, I think every role he did came with that. Well, like I said, what I've read on Sidney Poitier, and I think what made him so in his own league, and such a powerhouse, is that I think that the work he did was not just for fame or for money. To him, and again, this is going off of the things I've read and the type of movies he's done, it was more important to get a message out.
Right.
That's really what I felt like. I think he was a fearless guy. Um, I think he was a leader, and there was a reason why he was respected. And even though, from what I read, he stopped doing movies in the '80s, but then kind of came back and did things here and there. He think about like you just stop. 20, 30 years go by, people are still talking about you. Why do you think that is?
Right. Absolutely.
He made a huge difference in the history of film, and I think that legends never die. He's going to be spoken about forever. His films are going to be gone back to, and
Oh,
I
absolutely.
I don't think that there is another quite like Sidney Poitier, and I think that there is a huge hole in the hearts of people that really looked to him, respected him, and strived to be like him. And people still to this day will use Sidney Poitier
It's like a
as
reference almost.
exactly. I mean,
And like even to try to measure up to him, he was a great director too. And one of the things I want to mention is I love Stir Crazy with Richard Pryor, right? Like just absolutely I love that movie. So I had to look it up because I couldn't remember when it came out, but it came out in 1980, and of course Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor,
that was the last
together
movie.
those two guys are just awesome and amazing. But a lot of people don't know that Sidney Poitier is the one that directed that film, right? Like when you think about that stuff. And so
Yeah,
that movie is hysterical.
I forgot. Yeah, you're right. He was a funny, like even though he was a serious guy, he also had a great sense of humor. Yes.
Yeah. So for him to do that, like to go from something like, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And then, 13, 14 years later, he goes and is directing this film. I think it just shows the diversity of anyone, how many different things they can do and how creative he was.
Mm.
So that is a film that I love. And I always knew that he was behind it. But to be in this place now where it's like, oh, he's gone, I mean, but he did a lot of tremendous things. There's films that he's known for.
Lulu, was there anything you wanted to say, or
No, I think you said everything.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Lulu's gonna read us a quote that she really likes that she found uh, while looking more into Sidney Poitier's amazing life and history he's left us with.
So, he said, living consciously involves being genuine. It's involved listening and responding to others honestly and openly. It's involved being in the moment.
What can you say about that quote, man?
Absolutely.
Deep, deep. So, rest in peace to the powerhouse, a man that made so much change that I really think he was a legend that won't be soon forgotten. Helped to change a lot of the bad in history that Sonny spoke about. So I want to say rest in peace to Sidney Poitier. Thoughts and prayers, our thoughts and prayers to his friends, his family and friends, and all of his fans. And we really thank him for sharing his, not only his acting, directing, producing, writing, but just his genius, his gift of fearlessness, and he's impacted this world in more ways than I think he realized. Rest in peace.
Fox people out.